Hey guys, welcome back to Pierre Haché Music. Today I'm going to offer you an in-depth tutorial for the awesome Jason Mraz song, I'm Yours. I'm going to show you how it actually sounds on guitar and explain why the ukulele versions that we're going to practice don't sound exactly like the recording. We're going to work on it in two keys. I'm going to show you two different strumming patterns and even help you out line up the strumming with the lyrics to get you started in terms of strumming it with some real rhythm and singing at the same time. Lots of value here, so be sure to stay tuned. My shirt's a little wrinkly, sorry about that guys, just gotta roll with it. Listen, the original tune is actually on guitar. It sounds a bit like ukulele, but let me show you this, you're gonna recognize it. So if I grab my trusty old guitar here and we go right to capo 4 and we're gonna be strumming chords in the key of G. So that's one of the keys I'll show you on ukulele, but just check this out real quick. You'll recognize the song. This is how it actually goes. So he's actually playing it on guitar with a palm mute. So he's muting at the bridge here with his palm and getting that kind of funky sound. Okay, and you got that whole thing. The actual recording is here, but I'm going to show you some easy versions on ukulele with in two different keys that don't match the recording exactly. So if you're trying to play with the recording, you're going to have to use a capo. It gets a little more tricky, but you can listen to it a lot and get familiar with the lyrics and the rhythm, and then try it in the keys that I'll show you, and it'll work really well. And I'm going to show you a simplified strumming pattern, as well as a strumming pattern that resembles more the original version by Jason Mraz. I'll link to the video down in the description, and you can listen to the actual song and check out how it really sounds like this. So two keys, and I'm going to show you two strumming patterns, and you can pick your favorite combination to practice and get familiar with the song. The first key I'll show you is in the key of G, and the chords you need to know for this one are a G chord. We're back to ukulele here, of course. G on ukulele, and then a D. Then we go to E minor. Of course, the chord diagrams will help, and then to a C chord. So that's the chord sequence in G. And then there's the little pause sections a couple times in the song where he'll go to an A7 chord, which is nice and easy, just the first fret here on the third string, the A7. So you'll want to use that one just a couple times in the song, you'll see. Okay, so again, in G it's G, D, E minor, and C. That's the progression for most of the song, and then with the occasional A7. In the key of C, the chords you'll need to know that you would use is a C chord, then to G, then up to A minor, and an F. I think this key is a little more common for playing it on ukulele. That's what I've seen the most. And then the little pause chord is going to be a D7 when we're in the key of C, a D7 chord like this. Okay, so again, C, G, A minor, to F, and we're going to pause on that D7. For the strumming patterns, I'll start by demonstrating them here in C. Here we go. So in the key of C, the first strumming pattern is going to be mute, strum, mute, strum. So on 1, I'm muting. I'm just blocking the strings, giving them a little tap, a little groovy trick, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, oh, and by the way, you do it twice per chord. So I'm going mute, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum. I'm doing 8 beats per chord, okay? Twice per chord. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. One more time. Mute, strum, mute, 1, 2, 3, 4. That strumming pattern will sound great, and you can sing along with it, and stick around because I'm going to show you how the lyrics line up exactly with those strums to get you started in terms of singing it. Now, the slightly more advanced strumming pattern that sounds great and will resemble the recording a little more would be to go chuck on the mute. Okay, so on that first beat we go chuck, and then we're going to go up, down, up. Chuck, up, down, up. Chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up. So you go chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, and you do that twice per chord. So it's the same length, the same duration. The chuck, by the way, is like a strum, but you're allowing your palm to smush into the strings and mute the sound. Okay, it's a little tricky, but if you don't think about it too much, it's basically, you could also kind of mute at this end if it helps, to just block the strings here. But you're getting a dry sound by smushing your palm into the strings as you strum. That's the gist of a chuck. I'm going to do the whole chord progression with that pattern. Mute, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then switch. Chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down. One more time. Here we go. Chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down. Switch. I fell right through the cracks. Now okay, I hope that makes sense. It's a little tricky. Chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up. That's the rhythm right there. Nice and groovy. Keep it light, keep it easy. Start slow. Repeat it along with those chords, and you can play along with me a couple times to get the right feel, to get the correct rhythm. Hey guys, if you're getting value out of this, just take a quick second to give that thumbs up a musical tap. It really helps me out. And consider subscribing for tons more beginner ukulele videos. Check out the links in the description. I got my books down there, Easy Ukulele and Ukulele for Beginners and Beyond. You can check those out on Amazon. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video. I won't go over them in the key of G, but if you jot down those chords, again in G, the sequence was G, D, E minor, C. And you can practice it with those two strumming patterns, which again were mute, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum, or chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up. Pick your rhythm and do that on each chord, slow and groovy. Practice switching chords a little faster, make it start to feel and sound like the song. I'm going to demonstrate some sections of this with lyric and chord sites, you know, the lyrics that I find online here. By the way, often guitar versions of these songs are sometimes better than the ukulele versions. Or, you know, when you look up, say, you know, I'm Yours chords, you'll find lyrics and chords, but you don't need to specify ukulele. And if you stumble upon a good guitar version of a song, often it's very good and sometimes better than some of the ukulele versions out there. So don't shy away from guitar sites like ultimateguitartabs.com. You can really get some good quality chord and lyric sheets there. First, I'm going to show you a really simplified version where I break down where every word lands with the mute, strum in C. Check this out. As you see, we start on mute on beat 1 where there's the word you. Well, you. Okay, the muting right there, and the well happens before. So if you're having trouble strumming and singing this, I really broke it down for you in a nice detailed way here, and hopefully it will help. Play along with this as many times as you need to. Here we go, nice and slow, and listen first and then maybe try to play along and notice where the words land. Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. You see that? So one more time, I'll count us in, and notice sometimes the strums are right after the words, like right after I and it at the end of the first line there. Okay, check it out. 1, 2, 3. Well, you done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. Okay, strumming right after. Let's go to the next line and the next line of lyrics. I fell right through the cracks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the... and so on. Let's do that one more time. But again, notice sometimes the words are right on, like trying to get the to in the second line there is right with the strum, but the back is just before. So it's nuanced. This can be a little tricky, guys. Sometimes it's best not to overthink it, but sometimes it can help to have a visual aid and see where the words fall. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool done. Back to C, okay? And so on. So that was just a slow, detailed breakdown to maybe help you get started. But what you'll want to do is listen to it, sing with him, practice the strumming patterns with the chords many times, make it easy and familiar, and then singing it with the lyrics and chords that I'm about to show you in both keys will be a little easier. So we're going to stick to the key of C for now, and like I mentioned, this is a guitar site. You know, you can see these are guitar chord shapes when I put the mouse on them. But if you know your ukulele chords, and I showed you the chord diagrams before to help you out, often the guitar version of the lyrics and chords are excellent. So here, you see the chords are actually lined up quite nicely. Well, that's where you're going to mute on the first C there. The C chord is a mute to start, right? We're going to go mute, strum, mute, strum. Well, you done, you bet I felt it. I tried. So where the G is, you mute first. I tried to be chill. And then here too, I fell. I fell right through. The fell is a mute. I fell right through the cracks. And remember, we're going mute, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum, right? So the 4 beats twice per chord. Now I'm trying to get, again, muting on the F, okay? So I'll let you guys work through that, and the link will be down below. Before the cool done, again here, it's a mute on C. And then the chorus is nice and easy because, but I won't. Hey, a lot of the syllables are landing again with the mute. So if we're doing the simplified mute, strum, but I won't hesitate. No, so notice the tate. Tate, the second half of the word there was the mute. Tate, no more. Again, muting on more. Okay. Wait, boom. Wait is a mute. Wait, I'm yours. Okay? And this is right? He's just kind of humming there. Hey, 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 hey. That's that part, right? Mute, strum, well open. So here the C is before the words. We go mute, strum, well open up, and then you start singing, okay? So the chord is placed before, that helps you out. Like me, open up your plans and damn, you're free. Okay, so listen to it, it'll help you groove through it. Now what I want to show you here is this cool part. Listen to, there it starts right on listen. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, 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 loved. And then here we have the love. That's where the D7 is in the key of G. That would be our A7 chord. Love, where there's the pause, okay, at the end of the second verse. So I won't, and then back into the strumming pattern for the chorus. Do, 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 do. Here we have what we call the bridge, and it's a little different. This is another part I want to show you guys. because it's only once per chord. Mute, strum, mute, strum. So it goes a do, 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 do you wanna come on? And then the chords are different. Here goes back to G, scooch on over closer, dear. And then we do the F twice, okay? Don't worry about the G/B here, just do a G. So you do 1 C, 1 G, 1 A minor, 1 G, then 2 Fs, scooch on over closer, dear. Again, and I will nibble your ear. And then again our funky pause on the D7 chord. Never mind the /F#, that's just a root note on the guitar. We're just going to do D7. I know the guitar versions, of course, can be a little confusing, but if you often just ignore the /B or the, the little extension on the chords, that's what we need here for the ukulele. And that's about it. Then you're going to go through the whole thing, singing another chorus. I've been spending way too long. And this one you might just do one strum. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see clearer. It's a little more mellow part there. Or you could do quiet strumming. Our name is our virtue. Kind of build up there into a last energetic chorus. Again, the chorus is easy because the words are often falling on the mute of our strumming pattern. And if you're doing the Chuck version, it'd be on the Chuck. So like, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. See that? So the Chuck is where the words land. This is our fate. I'm yours. And you can end on the D7 and with an optional outro where you kind of just strum through the chords and groove a little bit on that chord progression. In the key of G, it's very similar, just different chords. Well, you done. Oh, I gotta sing in the right key. Well, so it's lower when you sing it in G, excuse me. Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. Okay, it'll be different for you guys there. But again, the mute, well, you is gonna start on you. I tried, you're gonna mute. I fell, you're gonna mute. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. I went up an octave there because it's a little low for me. But you get the idea. So maybe you'd try the chords in G, but maybe put a capo, say capo 2, and the capo in the 2nd fret, and that might be a nice singing key for you. You can experiment with the capo and find what key is best for you in terms of singing. Here the pauses are on A7. Loved, oh I won't. And then you keep on going, grooving in G, never mind the D sus4, never mind the fancy stuff, just focus on the main chord names. A do, 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 do. Here it's just once per chord, one time through the G, one time through the D, one time through the E minor, then one time through this D, and then twice on C. Scooch, scooch, closer, dear. Stay, and I will nibble your ear. Pause on the A7. That's the gist. And here they mentioned a fade out, so you can just loop the verse chords there. So that's how it would work in the key of G. The pauses, the funky pauses, are on the A7, and when you get to the bridge, it's once through the chords, one on G, one on D, one on E minor, one on D, and then twice on the C chord. When I say twice, I mean mute strum, mute strum, mute strum, mute strum, right? And then one strum on A7. Whew, thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. It's getting a little hot in here, but we got through it. I really appreciate you guys. Click the thumbs up if you got value out of this video. Check out the links in the description to my books and other ukulele playlists. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.